Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fortnite Season 9. Just kidding. Today there is no Fortnite going on. We're going to be working on looking at some endangered species. And today you're going to be going on an exploration of some different endangered species that relate to our unit, which is Africa, or Sub-Saharan Africa. We have spent a great deal of time looking at Africa's geography, its climate, its cultural and political entities, and today we're going to kind of break away from that and start looking at animals. We started this briefly last class, taking a look at the elephant and how Botswana is looking to lift its ban on hunting elephants. Today we're going to start to look at more endangered species that exist not only in Africa but around the entire world. And the essential question is, how do changes in the environment affect the survival of species throughout the world? You should be able to identify an endangered species on Earth, brainstorm causes for a species being endangered, and then analyze the environmental factors that are threatening an endangered species. Today's Do Now is asking you to think about an endangered species can be defined as, and I want you to circle the correct answer. Is it A, B, or C? Next, we're going to introduce ourselves to the project as a whole. One really impactful way to give back is to support an endangered species throughout the earth. Today you will be tasked with exploring various endangered species using these guided questions. Why are they endangered? What environmental changes have affected their way of life? What is being done to help support them? And what is the future of your endangered species? I have here on the side an endangered species, or in a species that is being looked at as being potentially endangered, is the black rhino. Population of about 5,000 to 5,400. Their habitats are typically semi-desert savannas or woodlands, forests, wetlands, so they can exist in various types of geographical features. Once you're done exploring the introduction and kind of thinking a little bit about endangered species, we're going to do our first activity today. Our first activity has us explore a website called the World Wildlife Organization Species section of the website, which there I would like you to visit and kind of think about some different species that are currently endangered. At the very top there is a tab that you can click, and it will give you various species that are endangered around the world. So for instance, you have the tiger, the polar bear, panda, an elephant, they're all different types. But if I was to pick the rhino, I would click it and I would start to explore different pieces of information about this particular animal. Now, there is a question on your student worksheet that asks for, why is this animal endangered? So when you go to the website and you look, you'll find that there's a section called Threats. And in that section, you will be able to find information on why a particular animal is considered endangered, or why are they under risk. Once you've found 4 animals and you've kind of explored their locations and why they might be endangered, we're going to do part 2 of today's assignment, which is exploring the environment closer. So you're going to write the animal's name here and then visit Google Earth to try to find a specific and unique observation about the geographical feature, about the region that this animal lives in. Now, my Google Earth is stalling right now, so it's not opening up the way I'd like it to, but the idea is that you want to make observations like, wow, I notice it's really dry, or I see a lot of vegetation. Or maybe you might say, there's a great deal of bodies of water in this region. I imagine this particular species needs that body of water to survive. Maybe you explore some climate maps or something to help sort of make some connections between why and how the environment might be affecting this particular animal's existence. We know that there are both environmental and human reasons for why animals are endangered. So you'll need to do some research on that, and that's where we're headed next. So after you finish today's activity, we will be moving forward at looking deeper into this particular species background and what are the human environmental effects that are causing it to be endangered. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.